Let's get back to The Chosen. Let's see what Dallas is doing.
Do I have an update for you?
What's up with the update?
I'm sad to say that the legal matters that we are dealing with for season 4 are still happening. But I will tell you that I've seen a few things online of people saying, oh man, it could be 6 months, or I don't even know if it's going to come out this year. That is not the case. It will be well before then. I can't give an exact date, but we are hopeful that it will be sometime in the near future. It's not going to be, let's just say this, like, how much can I say? It's not going to be 3 months, okay? It's not going to be that long. It will be shorter than that. I don't know exactly how short. We are working on it actively. We are working on it every day.
He's got a legal team. He can only say so much. So all of you guys right now that are commenting saying, why isn't Dallas being more forthcoming? He keeps saying this, he keeps saying that. Have you ever dealt with business and legality? Have you ever redlined a contract? Do you know what redlining a contract is? I'm going to tell you what redlining a contract is. So you get a contract and it goes back and forth between you guys, and you say, I don't like this. So you redline it and you change it, and then it goes back to them, and in Windows it's redlined so they know that you've made these changes, and then their lawyers look at it and it kind of goes back and forth. I did this for a clean energy company at one point, where it was a small company where we wore a lot of hats and we were redlining back and forth contracts. I got to look at some of those contracts. And so what's happening now is there's a contract based on their relationship. I believe it's with Angel Studios, and there are obligations that both of them went over, agreed to, and signed. And something either A has changed, or they felt like, hey, we need to make this move, we need to amend, or it wasn't in there and we didn't address it. Now they're in what's known as a arbitration. So when you're in arbitration, what happens is you're not out fully in court, but you're still in court arbitrating and having this conversation back and forth with your legal teams, trying to get a resolve. And why would all of this be happening? Because it comes down to one thing: the almighty dollar. That's right. The Chosen needs money. Angel Studios wants their money based on what they did. And there is a lot of speculation, and maybe I'll go into it. Gossip really irks me. So I try to get good content that is solid. 10 toes down, solid information that you can get. He's talking and he's being vague, but there's a reason why he's being vague, and it may be vague because he still doesn't know when, and he could say when, and that could throw the whole case off, because then the lawyer's like, oh, he thinks this is going to happen. They could be on the verge of coming to an amicable place where Angel Studios, the rest of the people, and the Chosen TV series and the company itself, the Chosen, are able to reach an agreement and we can all move on. So you have to be very delicate in these matters, and please know that. And if you don't know that, I told you, and it's all good. So let's move on. Let's see what he's got to say.
Promise you that no one is more frustrated by this than I am. No one wants to get this to you more quickly than I do. And I know you want to see it on streaming, and we're working on it. I promise you. In the meantime, theatrical release went great. The first 4 episodes are being shown by some churches and in prisons around the country. And the theatrical release of the first few episodes, in fact, for some countries, it's all 8 episodes.
Evangelism 101. Preach the gospel to the masses. Do you see what's going on here? Do you see what you're reporting? I mean, do you see what you're supporting? The gospel. I'm just excited about The Chosen. And I'm here waiting with you guys. I want to watch it with my family. And yeah, I went online and I was not able to see. I could not figure out how to buy a ticket. Somebody told me I could buy a ticket. I went online. I couldn't find it right off the bat. I went there and looked, and I was like, where's the buy somebody a ticket? And maybe it disappeared. It was there and it's gone now. But
the theatrical release is continuing right now all over the world. So I know if you're in the States, that probably doesn't excite you too much, but man, multiple countries, even as I speak, certain countries are opening season 4. So I promise it will come to you. I promise. And as I've always said, it will be free as soon as we can get it to you. I promise we're working on it every single.
He's promising it's being free, and these people, I hope these people aren't terrorizing Dallas Jenkins. He's got a lot of weight, and I hope that he's got a good heart. I mean, free costs money. Don't believe me? Them librarians are getting paid. Free costs money. So stop pretending like free doesn't cost money. I see a lot of comments on here and they act like free doesn't cost money. It costs money to be free. You just don't know it because you never ran something for free. You ever gave out some free food? Somebody had to buy that food, make that food, grow that food, etc., etc. So let's not be silly. Let's give our brother some grace. He's going through legal matters. Those that understand legal matters, maybe a lawyer, maybe there's a Christian lawyer out there. Tap in the comments below. Let me know. Maybe we could talk about what could be going on in this arbitration. Maybe you know about, maybe this is your field of study and you're a Christian lawyer and you've watched this. Let's do an interview. Let's sit down and let's kind of explain to the people, enlighten them on what could be going on and how long or how quickly this could get resolved. The fact that he's speaking optimistically about a couple of months is great. There's been legal matters in movies that have shelved movies, point blank period, shelved. I don't think that'd be beneficial to anybody in this case. So the fact that they're talking about within 3 months is great.
Single day. So please continue to pray for that. Please continue to support in that. It really means a lot. So season 5, it's coming. We're working on it. And in the midst of all of this. So I appreciate you every single time that you spread the word about the show, every single time that you pray, every time you post about it on social media. It makes a difference. And I just shared that with the crew as we.
Did you hear that? You just said every time you post on social media, every time you share, it helps, it helps, it helps, it helps, it helps. This is the way. You guys know what's up. So share, like, comment, subscribe. Show your friends. Talk about it. Motion creates emotion. It's the human way. Like, we are built certain ways to react to certain things. You saw everybody going crazy over the eclipse. There's some stuff that was really very unfortunate. Check out my channel on the short. I put a woman was talking about the eclipse, got weirded out by it, and then thought God was telling her to go on a shooting spree. I would call BS on that one. I would say, and that stands for baloney shoes, just in case you thought I was cussing. I got that from my father, who turned curse words into funny words like golly wally. I think that's a good replacement. That's what he would say. So it's a good thing to not have a filthy mouth, which I definitely did at one time. Maybe you could relate, or maybe you were perfect. Write a book about it. So you hear me say that a lot, because if you're perfect, like, you should be teaching us something, how to be perfect and stuff like that. But I'm going to learn from Jesus, so I do appreciate it. But maybe I'll, check the Cliff Notes out. So let's finish this up.
We opened the season. As we opened the day, I told the crew, I actually read a note from a fan. I talked to the crew about how fortunate we are to get to do this. And we get to do this because of you. The very fact that we're standing here, when a free show, for a free show around the world, that we're still able to do this
around the world
and increase the production every year and pay our cast and crew and all our equipment and all that stuff, is because you choose to either pay for it in some way, or to donate in some way, or spread the word, and that means everything. So thank you so much. Remember, it's not your job to provide the loaves and it's not your job to feed the 5,000. It's your job to provide the 5 loaves and 2 fish. I appreciate you,
Dallas Jenkins. And we're gonna react more to The Chosen. I'm gonna do a whole Chosen thing again, because I like The Chosen. I mean, let's keep the energy, guys. I gotta go spend some time with my family. It's Friday night here. That means that's movie night. So I'm gonna go sit down with my daughter, my wife, and I'm gonna have a little bit of scripture, and then we're gonna watch a movie, and we're gonna hang out. You guys stay blessed. Love each other. Make good footprints, good fingerprints for the Lord. God bless y'all. God, family, country. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate y'all, and I appreciate you guys as you see me growing more and more into who I truly am and being able to talk to myself and be myself as if you were right here, which I'm getting used to. God, family, country, you guys stay blessed. Thanks again.